Hi, and welcome to the Business Workout. I'm Dot Bekker, and I am the Dot Effect. And this is our final session on the summarized version of the Business Workout, and it's about strategy and a little bit talking about the sweet spot. So when you, your business, and your customer are all in sync, that's when you hit the sweet spot. And you may remember from when we started that I defined the sweet spot as that place where you, your business, and your customer are all aligned and everything is working in sync, really working closely together, and everybody and everything is getting exactly the sort of thing that it needs. So I'm going to go through how all the elements that we've discussed previously sort of line up and come into play together here in this section. So we talked about your personalized profile and how you best achieve success within your business, within your profile. And that's defined as well in your name and your strapline, in what your values are, and then how your purpose aligns with all of these things. And that's the purpose of your business. Now, I've kept the colors of each specific section so that you can see how these all dovetail into each other. But your purpose and your personal profile and your business name and strapline will all define what you do and how you feel about what you do. Your values will set out a baseline for how you see your business, how you achieve what you do, and how good you feel about that. One of the things that I can absolutely tell you is when your business isn't aligned with your values, and this is often where people dislike their jobs because they're doing things that really don't align with their values. So when your business isn't aligned with your values, that quickly becomes an area for distraction and dissent within yourself and within your team members. So we looked at your values, your purpose, how those all should be matching together, and these things also define your communication. So what you're communicating to your customer, remember the green is the customer, is your vision, your purpose, and those things form part of your communication. And your passion fits in there because one of the things that I absolutely believe, and I have another giveaway that you're welcome to look for on my website, is when I talk about the 3 key things that entrepreneurs need for success, one of these is passion. I believe that without passion for your business, it becomes pretty easy to become disillusioned, to give up. It's very often the passion that keeps us going. And that isn't to say that passion alone will make you successful in business, because that's certainly not the case. But I do believe that you need to have passion about what you're doing. You need to feel strongly about it. You need to feel passionate about it. Then you need your ideal client. Now, your ideal client has to meet your passion in some way, shape, or form. If you really don't like your clients, I promise you, they're really not going to like you. So your passion and your ideal client, once again, come into an alignment within your strategy. So when we talked about your ideal client in the customer section, remember to define exactly who they are, what they're interested in, what other things you can offer them. And then I've put in there the media and offline, because the things that you're going to offer them, where they are, who they are, all defines where you need to find them both online and offline. And remember that little extra secret about the interest profile, what else are they interested in, where you could possibly find these people to get them interested in your products and services. Your supporting network is about the people in your life that you need help from. And maybe that supporting network is even your bank manager. Certainly it's the close people around you, your partners, your husbands, your wives, your families, making sure that they understand what it is you're trying to achieve and taking them along that journey with you. As entrepreneurs, we often tend to be muddling through things on our own and forget that we have people around us who not only can help us, but actually want to help us. So let's look a little bit further. Then we're going to go into price. Now, remember what I said to you about price was really important in terms of evaluating who your customer is, what value value proposition you have, what guarantees you're going to offer them. Their income price profile obviously matches that price expectation in your business. And then your investment. What are you investing in your business that you need a return on? You know, if you're investing time and money and effort and energy, you're going to be wanting some kind of return on that. Obviously, I absolutely believe that entrepreneurs must make a living, and people have to realize that, you know, you can't give away your time and effort and energy for free to everybody, because you need to earn a living. So this comes down to the business financial imperative, your investment, what you expect to get out of that investment, the income price profile of the client, the price that you're going to set out for your goods, products, services, the value proposition that you're offering your clients. What you're saying to them is, this is the value that I offer, and therefore this is the price, and whatever guarantees there are. You see how all these things from different aspects of the business workout now come together, and they all need to line up. You have to really double check that what you're doing in one area is actually matched with what you're doing in another. There's no point in having a price that doesn't eventually match your investment and your return on investment, and that you have a financial issue that you haven't really covered because or your price is too low, and therefore you're never going to meet your financial obligations. These all come together. Working these out together is absolutely important. The one thing that people often forget is the investment and return on investment that you as the entrepreneur want to be able to achieve out of this. So then we move to the product and service, the pain, pleasure, and your brand. Now, the product and service, you obviously need to determine what your product and service or services or products are. And then we kind of come across that diagram a little bit and remember the added value. What else can you offer those? What else does your ideal client want? What pain, pleasure, what are you solving for them? What pleasure are you offering them? Is there a problem that you can solve that they're going to find difficult to find a solution for anywhere else? And does this all align with your brand? I've had instances where people have had business names that don't really align with their businesses. Now, the problem with that is that when people look at the name, they're like, well, but this isn't what this person is doing, or the strap line is a disconnect. So your brand and how you portray that brand, again, come across the diagram on your media, online and offline, which includes your website and your social media and everything else that you have, your business cards, everything. What easily happens, and I've seen this happen very often, is entrepreneurs will start a business with one logo, and then things will change, and maybe the strap line changes, and maybe the address changes, and maybe the URL changes, and maybe a year or two later, suddenly nothing connects. So the one thing that you really need to do regularly is look at your brand and look at all your capital that you have online and offline on your brand, and make sure that all of that is consistent. Make sure that your messages are still consistent, your products and services are still the ones that you're offering. Just bring it all back to the center and make sure everything connects. I've had clients, I had one client that I worked through on a branding exercise with them. They had 6 variations of their logo, and they weren't getting the traction that they wanted out in the marketplace because people didn't know what they were looking at. Is this the same company? They also had 3 different names that they were using. One was an abbreviated name, one was a full name, and one was sort of half of the full name. No surprise that the client didn't know, or the customer didn't know, is this the same company, or is this 3 different companies, or is this 6 different companies? Without the consistency, your client, any capital that you build up with people out there in terms of brand recognition and realizing that you're out there, etc., if you keep changing the images and the messages and the strap lines and the domain names, you're going to find yourself in a bit of a pickle, because customers are just going to start doubting your integrity without the external consistency. So reevaluating on a regular basis, really important as well. So I hope that you've come to see that the summary, as I've said before, there are many different elements, and I kind of cherry pick which ones I use with specific clients according to their business and their needs and where they are at in their business. But when you work through this exercise, you suddenly start to get clarity on different sections of your business and how these all dovetail together and how you can optimize these for your business success. So I hope that that's been useful. I hope that you have found that there is something here that is of benefit to you, and that the entire business workout program with the Dot Effect is one that you may like to continue. You may like to do it more in depth to clarify your business. Remember, my strapline for this program is get clarity and take action. Without the clarity, it's really difficult to take the action because you don't know what direction you're going in. So for me, I find that consolidating all of your thoughts, all of the different sections about your business, bring you to a place where you can actually put this in one diagram, in one place, and get much more clarity. I've found with clients that by the time they leave, they're just sort of, wow, there's so much more in here that I hadn't really thought about, I hadn't really discovered, and I'm just like excited that I've done the process, which is exciting for me. That's why I do it. So if you'd like to know more, or if you'd like to have perhaps a discovery session with me, don't hesitate to contact me. My name is Dot Bekker. My business is the Dot Effect. The business workout is just one of the programs that I deliver within the Dot Effect. I also do a program called Ignite Your Entrepreneur for those people who are starting out in business and perhaps have some questions about what they should be doing and how they should be doing it. I'm happy to talk through anybody about those as well. So find me on www.thedoteffect.com. If you'd like to email me at info@thedoteffect.com. And I hope to hear from you. If you'd like to book a discovery session, please explain that in your message to me so that I can get back to you with some options and alternatives. I wish you great success with your business. I think there's nothing more rewarding than being an entrepreneur. Me, I love being an entrepreneur because I think I'm the best boss I've ever had. I hope that you get to be the best boss you've ever had. Thank you for your time and spending it with me. Good luck.